All right, so here we are. Grown Up Gamers. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Hunter.
I'm Mike.
And we are the Grown Up Gamers.
Did I talk over Hunter? Or did Hunter
Did I talk over
me?
him?
Or?
I don't know. It was one of those.
Yes.
Definitely one of those. So we're going to go over some gaming news as well as some random chatter going on. One of the things, I guess I'll bring it up first, is that, Dmx passed away today.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
He was
It's only 50.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was only 50. That was crazy. That's definitely crazy. That was.
Yeah.
None of the news today have a rumor going around about Sony now is that they pulled Sony Bend Studio away from Days Gone 2. So that was canceled, and apparently Sony Bend is helping Naughty Dog with multiplayer and making Uncharted 5. Is the rumor.
Is it going to be Nathan Drake?
I don't know.
Okay.
They have apparently another developer making a Last of Us remake for PS5.
I did hear about that.
So we got that going on. I did hear about that. I read that. I read both of those today. I think they came out today. I read news. I can't remember what website I read it on, but it was a website that pulled it from Bloomberg, and I can't read Bloomberg because I'm not subscribed.
Yeah, and that's expensive.
Yeah. So I'm depending on companies that can afford a subscription to cover it. So I know.
The Last of Us remake in development amid Sony drama. I see it on IGN right now. Hey Jimmy, you caught up. Nice.
Hey, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. I also heard there was some like a lot of people freaking out because a company showed like a video of an upcoming game, and everybody immediately thought it was Kojima. How gameplay and the way it looked, they were like, "Oh, it's got to be Kojima." And Kojima came out and was like, "It's not me." And the company had to issue a statement just to say it's really not Kojima; it's our game.
What was it, like Metal Gear Solid gameplay, kind of, or like Death Stranding weird gameplay?
It was more like Silent Hill, Death Stranding. I'm trying to find it. And part of the reason is too that Blue Box Games, who helps with Sony games, they've like came and helped with a bunch, but they've never released a title, and it's like their first title. So everybody just assumed because it was so polished and good, it was.
Oh, you mean Blue Point? Blue Point Games?
Oh, it's Blue Box Studios. It's a Danish developer.
I don't know that one. They must.
That's why.
Do they just help with Sony? Is that all? They don't actually make anything?
Yeah, it says they. Let's see. I'm trying to see here.
I think Blue Point is the studio that remade Demon's Souls and Shadow of the Colossus. So that's two blue teams.
A first-person survival horror shooter named Abandon. That's the game everyone thought was by Kojima. PlayStation Vision. Enough people thought that the studio was forced to address speculation. Blue Box Game Studio does not have much name recognition or much online presence. The same for its owner and abandoned game director Hassan. I can't pronounce that one. Karamana.
Karamana.
Yeah. It doesn't say what they've worked on, so I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. Kojima just can't seem to catch a break. Like, you know, I mean, I thought, like, I'm not saying it's an outstanding game or anything, but I kind of thought Death Stranding was cool. I mean, like, it looked cool.
Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I played it on PS4. I didn't play it on PC, but I've seen people play it on PC, and it looks really good.
Coming up on the theater settlement, the woman who runs it is named Odessa Sawyer. Try to stay on her good side.
How about, did you see they announced E3 is actually has, like, big vendors that are supposed to be there. Microsoft's supposed to present.
Really? So, like, they're keeping E3 relevant?
They're trying. Nintendo's coming too, which I think they stepped out the last couple.
Yeah, they did, from what I remember.
Yeah, because they got the whole Nintendo Direct.
I guess, yeah.
Which lately has kind of been working for them. I mean, a lot of people tune into those, me included.
Yeah. June 12th through June 15th are the dates for E3.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they announced Nintendo, Xbox, Capcom, Konami, Ubisoft, Take-Two, Warner Brothers, Koch Media, which is I didn't realize it, but I guess they're like a big company that owns a lot of different game companies.
Mm-hmm.
Koch Media, Koch.
Are they German or something?
Koch Media,
no idea.
Don't they own THQ Nordic?
Also, Jimmy, I'm out of the tutorial if you want to invite me. Yeah. It's got me going to the theater, which is like the first main mission.
Yeah.
I think I can just join, right? Yeah. Okay. Accept. Alright. I don't have anything.
Did you start
Yeah,
near us?
That's a pretty good roster. I know E3 the last couple years I feel like hasn't been as
Well, I mean,
big.
Mike, I want to say the last one that was supposed to be in person, like PlayStation sat totally out, and Microsoft was really scaled down.
Yeah.
So,
right.
you know, I know it's been delayed like 14 times now, but maybe they'll actually have like revised footage from Halo.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen anything on the Halo Infinite, honestly. I don't think they haven't put out anything, have they?
Yeah, they did a.
Oh, they have.
They did a when the Xbox first came out. They did a like right before it came out. They did one,
Yeah.
and so many people complained about how bad it was.
The graphic.
That they were
I do remember that. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it had some cool things. Like, you know, it kind of reminded me of like almost like a Metroid Prime, where, you know, like you had grappling hook and kind of stuff going on.
Well,
So
and then people try to compare it to Doom at the time because Doom had the grappling hook with the super shotgun, and so they did. It seemed like that they did that right after that came out with Doom in Halo. So I think people were trying to compare it to that as well and hate on it, but I'm like, kind of drawing at straws. I don't know.
Yeah. Let me see.
They were gonna try to monetize E3 a little bit and like
Really?
have where, you know, you could get demos or something if you paid money, and like before it was just like something they were talking about and it got out and people like had a conniption about it, so
Yeah.
they pulled all that. It's all free.
Yeah. Let me see. So on this topic though, you know all the hardware shortages, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I got two companies saying different things here from two sources. One from Game Debate. Acer is saying that the PC hardware shortage is to ease up by the second half of 2021, whereas an actual, you know, component manufacturer, Foxconn, is saying that the shortage will last until 2022.
Yeah, I've heard
I wouldn't
the
be
latter.
surprised.
I heard that they basically said now if you're trying to get one of the newer consoles, they're going to just get lucky, or you'll probably not get one until 2022.
Yeah. I mean, that probably includes like graphics cards and stuff too, because I mean, you're not.
I've been trying to get one off a Newegg Shuffle. I haven't even got a hit yet.
A new graphics card.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, they've been, I don't know if you've seen it, but like every so many days they'll put up a thing and it's like a random drawing.
Oh
And,
yeah, I did hear about that.
And you click which ones you want to be drawn for, and then you put it in, and they notify you if you get picked. Well, I've done it like, I don't know, 30 times, and I haven't got picked yet. And now
Yeah,
this
this
is
time to go
gonna
for
go
another
on
31.
a bunch. I mean, another issue going on is that RAM prices are increasing too. Luckily, I mean, we have our RAM. But
Yeah.
if we didn't have our RAM, we would be really. I mean, I've seen RAM go for like $250 for 16 gigs now.
So you're saying we'd be at a loss of memory, is what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Oh, he pulled a dad joke out.
I mean, it is true.
It's true, yeah.
But it sucks, especially for someone who wanted to build a PC this year.
Yeah.
You know, this is not. Last year was like. Almost all of last year was a bad year to build a PC, and now this year seems like it's
No, this
still
year's just seem worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wait, how'd you start at level 37, Jimmy?
Wait, I'm 37?
Maybe it's just what I'm looking at. I don't know. It's whatever that is next to your name. Oh. No, never mind. It must be something else.
Oh, no, it's up to level 37 because Mike is level
Oh,
37.
yeah, the scaling. That's right. That's right.
We get XP, though, man. I ain't complaining.
Do we?
Yeah. We're upscaled to level 37, and we get the XP for it, so...
Nice, nice.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Are you already there, Mike?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. We're all the way back there.
Alright, yeah, so I'm here now.
Once you're inside, find a way to the HQ.
Yeah, so the shortage is getting so bad that on top of that rumor, all the rumors we've been talking about, the hardware shortage and all that, it doesn't seem like any company really wants to come out and admit it. But a rumor is NVIDIA is actually going to bring back the GTX 1080 Ti because of the shortage. I guess they have enough parts to...
I was gonna say, but will they be able to produce it?
I guess since it's like...
It's like they say that, but then they start to do it, and then they're like, oh yeah, that's right, we're out of
Yeah.
parts.
I think the 1080 wasn't the 1080 Ti on GDDR5X and not 6. I think it was.
That sounds right. I'm not 100% being honest, but it sounds right.
Everyone's already dead in this room. Like Mike is.
Yeah, I was gonna
waiting
say.
it out.
Here we go.
Sorry.
I walk in, there's items everywhere or dead bodies.
So my strategy with the shield is basically just to draw their fire while you guys light them up, and it usually works pretty well when I play with my friends on Xbox.
I just leveled up.
Look at this! Look at this! They're not even shooting you guys, which I'm fine with. We can literally just run right in with the pistol and just light them up, and then pop your shield when you start to get lit up. Like, it's too easy.
Yeah, I mean, but the 1080 Ti is still a relevant card.
Take the stairs to
Oh, for sure.
That is a beast of a card.
I would have liked to have gotten a 3070 or 3080. I mean, let's face it, the 3090 is just freaking ridiculous.
No,
Right,
that's
right.
stupid.
There's always going to be an overkill card.
Yeah, it's not even overkill. It's overpriced.
What I don't understand though is like the new cards. I don't know if you've done any like research into it or whatever, but they're coming out with cards that are built specifically for crypto mining.
Yeah, and I get that. Just
And they're like they're 2060s, and that's all they are, and they're more expensive than a 3070.
I think it's because apparently they have like a special BIOS or something on them, or what like a V BIOS, like whatever is on them. I think it's special. They don't even have display ports because they're mining cards. They're just
what? Oh,
That's my point. There's less tech on them, and they're more expensive.
Yeah, they're just trying to make money off the miners at this point.
I'm sure. Then
The miners.
that's where all the money's going. I mean,
they're gonna pay for it with Bitcoin being as high as it is. I mean, they're gonna pay for those cards. So Nvidia's just taking advantage.
they're
of
going to
that.
take it, yeah.
And AMD's trying their hardest to keep up with the demand, but they can't. They can't.
I heard a rumor. And one of the reasons AMD came out with like the special edition card, it's called like the Black Edition
Yeah,
or
it's a
something.
blacked out one, but you can't even get it yet.
It's because they know the scalpers will just eat it up and go get it.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
I mean,
the
that's
whole
what
thing-
that's what's
It's
going to
a shame.
happen anyway.
It is, really.
Any card you release, even an RX 570, scalpers will pick it up and sell it for 300% of the cost or something.
Yeah. Yeah, because my friend,
They've
my
got to
friend
be
brought up-
sitting on some inventory because I can't imagine everybody's going to be willing to pay that much for. I mean, like, I would consider paying like maybe 100 or 200 over, but
Yeah,
Right. No, I know what you mean.
I mean, now it's gotten crazy. 3080s for like $2,000 and 6800 XTs for like the same amount. It's-
Doing all right there, Kelso?
and that's as high as it gets. I mean, there's obviously some under $2,000, and you can get lucky and find somebody that's just selling it for a little over the asking, like, our MSRP, but that's just going right away. That's like, once that pops up, either it's a scam on eBay that they're just trying to steal your money, or it's legit and it goes in like a minute. Another.
I had a thought by now, and I know, like, to be honest, most of the retail companies don't really care. I mean, they're like, hey, we're selling the stuff. We don't care who we're selling it to. We're getting our profit. But it's sad that, they haven't put something in place to stop the scalping and the.
But see, that's why. It's because they're making so much money off it, unfortunately. So, I mean, I think to a certain extent right now they're just reaping the benefits. But it sucks for people like us. Like, I mean, especially, I know I have like I have a 500 XT or 5. I guess it's a
5500 XT.
5500 XT, yeah. But which is still equivalent to like a 570. And I mean, I wanted to upgrade this year, but I mean, I now at this point it's like I'll probably have to wait.
Well, that's the only reason I've been doing the shuffle is because I'm like, I'm not paying as much, but.
No.
Even with those prices are starting to, you can see where they've jacked it up a little bit. I mean, like, if you go to, say, like Best Buy, you can see the actual, what the cards are supposed to retail for. And if you go to Newegg, they're all a little bit more than that now.
Yeah, because they're not actually sold by Newegg. They're sold by the resellers.
Well, no, these are what I'm talking about is the actual Newegg listing for, like, sold out cards is a little bit more.
I know that I can get them for MSRP if they were in stock because I have a Newegg business account for my business, and I can't even, like, the ones that I can get are the ones that nobody wants, like a GT 730 or something.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's gonna buy that.
Well, like, and I don't know. I guess I'm just snotty about my hardware, but like I'm sitting there looking, and like today the Newegg Shuffle was all Radeon stuff, and since AMD bought them, I used to love ATI, and now I'm just like, I'd rather have NVIDIA stuff.
Right.
Well, I mean, it depends on what it was. If it was a 6800 XT, as far as like gaming goes, that's the best card on the market.
What card?
6800 XT.
Oh yeah, if you can find it.
I think they did have. I think one of them was that. Yeah, I'll be honest. I was just kind of like half browsing.
But it's even. There's an issue. It'll be. Here's where it gets into issue. Radeon is usually known to be cheaper than NVIDIA. Like that's that's something that you know of. But ever since the 6000 series came out, and they haven't, like, nobody's been able to get it. So these partner companies, not not Radeon directly, but the partner companies. You know, like Sapphire, Gigabyte, MSI, they all skyrocketed the price. So even if you did find a 6800 XT for MSRP, their MSRP, it's not worth it. So why it is like, you know, you're paying 3080 prices.
On your right.
Yeah, I mean,
I got him. Never mind.
I'm not disagreeing with you that you'd rather have NVIDIA, because I'm not, you know, I have NVIDIA, so I'm open to both, but I'm still not sold.
Well, and it's like, you know, I know a lot of people are
Fanboys?
of AMD and the Ryzen and all that stuff, but
Oh,
I don't know. I'm still more comfortable with an Intel setup than I am with an AMD.
I'm all for Ryzen.
Yeah, I was gonna say I am as well. That's what I've got in my system right now.
You know, the price to performance is just unbeatable. And I mean, with the benchmarks that came out with the Ryzen 5000 series, Intel's 11th gen that just came out, still can't touch it.
I mean, and honestly, at this point, both companies have been making the product so long that it's stable. It's just...
Oh, I mean, you're not going to buy a bad product. That's the thing.
I just redid the board PC for work.
Crap.
The
Jimmy,
one
can
we...
you give me the chance?
hang on, let me see. Can I do this from afar?
Like, probably, and what Intel has now, because most processors sold are not high-end. Because, like, gaming PCs that are built are usually built with, like...
Oh, I went down too.
Low-end? Not low-end, but mid-range. You know, i5s. Ryzen 5s,
Damn,
i5s,
that guy just...
stuff like that.
He's all by himself.
Why doesn't it just kill me?
Did you go down too?
Why doesn't it just kill me?
There you go.
But yeah,
Okay.
so the monitor, like, do you have a Ryzen 500?
Yeah,
Yeah, so the monitor...
2600X.
Yeah. That's what most gaming PCs are going to have. They're going to have an i5 or a Ryzen 5.
Yeah.
They're not
I
going
have
to
an
have...
i7.
Yeah, I know, but most PCs aren't going to have an i7 or, like, my Ryzen 7. Or definitely not i9s or Ryzen 9s. So...
There's people out there that do it, though.
No, but I'm saying majority. The majority of the
yeah.
sales are going to be the 6s and the 5s. So you have a Ryzen 6. Yeah, I forgot. The 5 is...
And you know, because I'm old school anyways, I mean, I know not that it doesn't have an impact, but your processor doesn't mean anywhere near as much as it used to.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is price to performance in the most popular range right now goes to Intel. And that's pretty much what I'm looking for when I buy a PC. If my price to performance
Matt, did
is
you mean
better...
Intel?
I was
Because you
gonna
said
say,
Intel.
or do you mean AMD?
No. I don't mean AMD for the most
Okay.
popular category. For
Okay.
No, but you said price for performance to AMD.
Yeah.
You said it.
Well, price to
Alright.
performance for A&D for the high end.
Okay.
But if we're talking like i5s versus Ryzen 5s, that's gonna go to Intel.
Right.
Just because you can get an 11400 i5 11400 or 10400 that'll play all your games, and
Yeah.
it's less than $200, brand new.
Can't get anything
I've
better.
also heard that a lot of the overclockers love the lower end i5s, and just because it's so easy to get one and overclock it, and
Yeah,
Make
don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm
He
just
is
gonna
coming
give
for
up
my
and
booty.
respawn.
I'm coming
no,
to get you.
no respawn zone. Shit.
Yeah.
Coming to get you. Give me a sec. I'm almost there. You die now.
But yeah,
Ugh.
one of the common PCs I've been building for customers is the i5 10400. Like, I'm not gonna fanboy over companies, like, so.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Really?
You know,
You
You
better
went
back
down
up.
too. Me too.
No. Somebody came up just as Jimmy popped up. I was like, "Are you trying to kill him just after I got him up?" Damn.
yeah, but
You got you.
yeah, I've built 2 computers with 10400s now.
He's dead.
And it's just like, I paid 125 for him, brand new,
Who's down? Who's down? Okay, we're good.
and it's just an unbeatable price to performance on that part. Ryzen does not have that.
I mean, I will say I just read an article that Intel released their newest like 11th gen processor, and every review I've read is like not impressed. They're like
They're impressed with the i5, but they're not impressed with the i7 or i9 because it's pretty much the same performance as the previous gen. But the
this was it was a I don't know if it was an i10. I want or not. It was like literally the processor's not even out on the market yet. I can't think of what it was.
Was it the i9 11900K?
Yeah, we were literally just like.
The issue with that is because they completely downgraded the i9.
Oh, we gotta leave. I'm waiting for enemies to come out.
So what they did was the i9 in the 10th gen had 10 cores and 20 threads and a higher clock speed.
Get ready.
Than the 11th gen. And I think that's majorly a problem because the i7 and the i9 are both 8 cores, 16 thread, and about the same speed.
Right.
And when it came to like gaming and stuff, it was just kind of like, why? You know, and a lot of people really miss that 10 core 20 thread. I mean, the i9 was a seller for like creators and stuff in that price range. So it's like they went back to the 9th gen with the 11th gen. I don't know. They're both good. That's pretty much, you know, at least AMD recovered from the FX series because that was
series.
That was the joke. That was a joke. You know,
that was actually unfortunately my first processor.
It was such a joke that Intel was able to charge pretty much anything they wanted for theirs.
Like, you know, was it the 8600 series? That like one of the last chipsets on the FX series. I looked up the stats because it was when I was first getting into building computers, and I saw how hot it ran. You needed like a thermal cooler just to run it, which I mean it isn't. I mean a lot of chipsets need that, but like for an FX series, you're gonna tell me I was trying to upgrade from FX.
I mean the architecture was like what? This is like the PS3, dude. It don't work like that. You can't just make an architecture that nobody knows. Yeah. And it just like when you were playing games on it, the software was just like,
sure.
You say you're hyper threading, but you only have 8 cores. Oh, each core is a hyper. What? It was like each core hyper-threaded inside the core. Like, it's so confusing. I can't even like explain it. That's bad.
Jimmy. You know. Went all technical on us for a second there. Shoot.
I was trying to explain it the best that I can.
There is crossplay in this game, apparently. I just saw a pop-up about it.
Ooh.
Oh, there is crossplay?
Apparently. That's fine, though. I was honestly fine on PC.
Well, I was about to say, this runs better than Xbox One.
Yeah.
Yeah. On to another thing. Let's move on, because we could talk about that for the rest of the episode, you know.
But what else you got?
So the latest update for Outright. What?
I said Jimmy got it all. Go ahead. Sorry.
The latest update for Outriders came out, fixing a bunch of stuff that they had wrong with the game. For one, it fixed the matchmaking issues that were basically garbage. So if you wanted to play with somebody, it took forever. Also, the matchmaking for cross-play did not work at all. It just did not work. Like, they would join in, and then as soon as you did the match, the person on the console would just disconnect. Yeah. Because I tried it a few times, and it just didn't work.
Jeez.
But that's fixed. Another issue was they had, especially, you know, I'm using a 3080 and I've noticed that, like, it's kind of not being fully utilized. So there was a lot of stuttering. So they fixed the issue and made the game actually fully use the GPU.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I guess they forgot.
Oh yeah, they forgot to optimize. Oops.
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
They fixed some quests that they had a lot of crashing issues with certain quests. That once you finish them and you try to accept your reward, it wouldn't work. They just freeze the game and crash it.
Nice.
They fixed the HUD disappearing. It's something new. They fixed the crash when you launch the game. They fixed random crash, which is just when it crashes randomly. And that was really annoying. Because if you were in the middle of a mission or something, you have to restart it when you load back in. You know, standard bug problems like what Division had, Destiny had.
When that game released,
every
was it the full game, or is it still in like alpha or beta?
No, it's the full game.
It's full game.
It's so hard to tell what games are in early access nowadays and what games aren't.
Yeah, I'm still a little weary on the whole
Early access thing.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, one game
Let me pay for a game that I know is absolutely not done.
The only thing about it,
I mean, sometimes it's really good. Other times, I hate the fact that you get into them and they never actually finish the game.
Quake Champions.
Yeah, the new Unreal Tournament and Quake Champions, both of them unfinished.
I will say, Valheim obviously is a game that's doing amazing for early access. Oh my gosh, yeah,
that's doing great. I mean, they're updating it, and you know, it already feels complete. But that's
so like the fact that it's doing so good at like this early stages, man.
What I also hate is when somebody puts up an early access game and they think it's worth like $50. I'm like,
oh yeah.
And that.
Where are you at? Oh, you're over there.
I didn't realize that's by the door they were coming out.
I did that as well.
Took like 3 of them before I went down, but I'm coming back.
Like an example of a game that was in early access for a while. I'm coming to get you, Mike. If I can beat Hunter there. There we go.
Oh, I didn't even. Oh, I'm by the door where they're coming out as well. Mistakes were made.
Yeah,
okay.
Like an example of a early access game that was there for years, DayZ.
Mm-hmm.
That was in early access for years.
You're telling me it's not still in early access? Kidding.
It might be. I don't know.
No,
I know it finally got.
Because I do remember when it fully released. I never really got into it, but I remember watching it all the time on YouTube, and I was like, man.
Yeah, and then another
Ark was one. I don't know if you were. I'm sure you played Ark, right?
Yeah, Ark. That game's a full release and it still runs bad.
Yeah, it's so stuttery.
It's the other guy.
Up here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was like, where is he?
He was hiding.
I'm gonna get his stuff.
Another fun thing I wanted to do here in the random chatter part.
Random chatter.
I thought it would be fun to talk about the top sold video games of all time.
Okay.
So, what do you guys think is number 1?
Oh, like
if
I was to guess off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Is it like
Tetris?
Like literally?
No. What?
It's literally the most sold game of all time, and it's not an old game.
Last radio contact
I was gonna say GTA 5.
close to
That is second.
Isaac has the location.
Oh, wow.
It is 60 million off of hitting the top sold game. But GTA 5 is still selling, so it might catch up.
It's probably something like a Final Fantasy or something.
No. It's an overly common game. It's for all ages.
Oh, Animal Crossing.
Nope.
Oh, Pokemon?
Nope. All ages. It's okay. Let me. It's on every platform pretty much. It's even on the Wii U. Microsoft owns it now.
Oh, Minecraft.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah. See, I hate that game with a passion.
Oh wow, my mic
there's
was
nothing
muted the whole
wrong
time.
with
I
the
was saying
game.
Minecraft and all these different games.
I'm gonna die.
I didn't realize Minecraft was on the Wii U though. Yeah, my mic was muted the whole time and I said Minecraft.
You were
Yeah,
shooting
it's
me,
on
Hunter. You
everything.
didn't pick me up.
Hell, they've got Minecraft for a TI-81.
Yeah. So yeah, Minecraft has sold around 200 million copies.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You
So-
hate Minecraft from a passion, Mike?
So Hunter.
Well, it's just I don't know. I
Oh,
just don't
bomb.
get it.
Oh, RCXD.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Go ahead,
I
Joey, sorry.
used to play Minecraft. Like I like the concept, but
Well, see,
I don't know. It's just there are other survival base building games I'd rather play.
I was gonna say I'm not to say I don't
Like
like Minecraft.
we were just
'cause I
talking
do,
about
but
Valheim. We were just talking about
Yeah,
Valheim.
yeah.
That is a better game to me.
Yeah. I mean, my main fondness comes from Minecraft because I played it so much when I was, a teenager. And
You were a kid
that's
when
why
it
I
came
think
out.
yeah, exactly.
I was technically an adult.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like to me playing Fortnite now, which I played Fortnite, sure, but I never got into it. Whereas kids.
I
would
got
play,
into the real Fortnite.
like when it first came out.
Yeah, the like the co-op, like castle.
Oh
building game.
yeah.
Yeah, I got into the
That's
real
it.
Fortnite.
That's a shame too.
That one was pretty fun.
It's a shame that they made a boatload off of it, so I don't think they're complaining.
I don't know. To me, it's like going backwards in gaming. I just it's just so
Okay, so
ugly.
true.
That's all I can say.
Oh,
It could be pretty with the RTX on.
yeah.
What do we do about it?
First, we need to assess the full scope of the
I mean, it's still
Because they're hostile.
like it's mostly
But
the lighting
I
and
will
stuff that
say,
makes it
for
pretty.
me too, is like I've never been into like full RPG where you've got to cut down 100 blades of grass and go
Well,
and then build like to get stuff going. Like I can handle like Zelda and
yeah.
stuff like that. I'm not into where you got to grind to get like the littlest thing in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Valheim can be like that way sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna ask if you thought Mike would like Valheim, then also.
No, honestly, I don't think he would. I think he would get. I think he would get bored with it really fast
Yeah,
because it's pretty much exactly what he said.
it really is. That's my only complaint. Like all this just get bronze.
and I mean I've played RPGs in the I played World of Warcraft and I played Star Wars Galaxies a long time ago, and but it sucks. I mean know I've said it to Jimmy before. I'm not sure if I said it to Hunter, but I used to play. There used to be an RPG for StarArs, and it was literally, you played the game, you grinded, you had to grind professions, like go through become a master of the profession,
Become a Jedi.
and if you got 2 or 3 of them, the right ones, it unlocked Jedi for you. Well, I unlocked Jedi, and like a month later, they made it available to everybody as a regular.
Yeah. I knew about that before, but I do remember you told me about that now. Yeah,
Oh, and after that, I was like, I'm done.
because I heard
No
it
more
was
grindy
like
games.
it was like so.
Was
I
that-
heard it was like so hard
Was
to get
that Knights
Jedi
of the
to get-
Republic?
No, that's
No, it
Galaxies,
was
I think.
called Star Wars Galaxies.
Oh,
I
Galaxies.
heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what killed the game for like most people, understandably.
Like I was in a clan. The whole deal. I mean,
Authorization granted. Please stand by.
I think you'd like Vertex if you just like were in there like casually going into duels like a JK online.
Isaac subsystems.
Yeah, and as many times
That was the last step to get
as
fully restored locally.
Skyrim has been
We have a ways
ported,
to go before we can
it's
find
only
the
sold
missing
30 million.
agent to locate. Continue your sweep.
Okay, so how where does Skyrim stack up compared to?
Hostile radio.
So
everything?
Skyrim is the 19th best-selling game.
Okay,
wow.
Looking for someone?
In front of Skyrim is New Super Mario Brothers
Real
Wii.
nice wristwatch.
yeah.
Right here. Wanna talk?
You laugh, but it's. I think that was probably a lot of that was Japan. I mean, I know a lot of people bought it over here, but
We'll deliver
Oh, there's a
it by
box
car.
here.
Mostly.
Are
I
you
know
get-
I
They'll heap
are you
up
get-
the
are you getting your level of stuff, Mike?
Find that
Can you
hyena
play?
piece of shit and waste her.
Not really. I'm a level 40, so I don't think I can get too much higher.
Oh. Dang.
It's all right. I like this is kind of like my deal. I
Oh my
like this.
God.
This is kind of like relaxing to me. I'm coming.
So you
Jimmy.
don't. But speaking of grinding, you don't feel like this game is that bad of a grind.
No,
I
but
guess
this
it's-
is this is different than what he's talking
It's a fun
about.
grind.
This is
like,
like
it is ending to you know, because you're constantly having to fight, you know, the same thing over and over. Even like later on, you really, you know, I can't think of when what is it, the black what are they called,
what?
the guys that come in after you clean up everything.
Oh,
see, I didn't get that
the
part in the
the cleaners.
No, they're out now. I can't think of what they're called, but there's a group that comes in after this, and basically they just reset the game with a little bit more difficulty, but you basically play every mission again.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name. Yeah.
Because that's when you open up the world tiers, and you have to go through all that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're absolutely right. It's grind, but it's action grindy. It's like I said, it's not like
Feels
okay, you
rewarding.
got to go in this cave and get this specific
Yeah.
mushroom, and then you got to go across like the whole world, and you got to get this clay, and like I mean, like
Got
that,
to.
yeah,
Can't progress.
this one piece of armor. That, you know, your character, like because you're I don't know, you're a thief, you got to get or something weird like that. I don't know.
So did you like Skyrim then?
Nah,
No.
I mean,
I get that.
like looks nice,
Yeah.
Out of
just
like,
not my cup of tea.
see, I was a big fan of Oblivion, but I wasn't that big fan of Skyrim.
Really.
Yeah. I just couldn't get into Skyrim as much. It was a drastically different game. It was like they took the series and they were trying to appeal to
Uh,
and they were trying to appeal to everybody. How did I die?
Cause you got shot, Jimmy, right in the face.
Yes, I did get hit in the face because I had almost full health.
Stay still, cause there's a big guy coming.
There is. Should probably shoot him.
I'm going back to my hidey spot back
Yeah, you
here
heard-
in the back.
There's two big guys too. Doesn't help.
Oh, must
Lot of grenades.
be because I'm here or something.
That could be it, actually.
You shoot
Oh,
that big
two big guys.
He's
Two
almost
big
dead.
guys.
Yeah. I was telling you. Said there's two big guys.
One's down.
Don't mind me. I'm about to go grab his loot. Oh, he hurts. He's right there.
I was about to say, don't go yet.
I didn't realize he's right there though.
Cracked his armor. He's going down.
All right, let's rush.
Done. Something's still lit up red down here. What is it? There's one guy up on the ramp. I got him.
Grenade launcher person. Oh.
Oh, there's one guy back here too. Excuse me, I
appreciate
forgot about
possibility.
you. That was not cool. He almost got me. He hooded me.
So another fun topic to always talk about that I'm always interested in I go over it multiple times by myself, is the worst consoles of all time.
You guys have seen a lot more bad consoles than me, but
Worst what? The worst
you
console.
guys,
Yeah.
That's hard because I think all of them have a value point. But I mean, I even like the Wii U. I mean, like
Yeah,
everybody.
I don't
hated
count. I don't count the Wii U as the worst console. Like I don't count it in the list because I'm talking like bad, like the Nokia N-Gage.
what?
He doesn't even know.
Yeah, like I said, you guys have seen a lot more bad consoles.
Do you remember that, Mike? I had one of those. It was a phone.
Oh yeah, I
It
do
was a-
remember it.
It was a phone and a game console.
Didn't they try to copy like when Sony started coming out with the PSP, and then they came out with like what was it called, the Experian or something? They're like
Yeah.
handheld.
A phone that could play PlayStation games.
Yeah.
It was a terrible thing.
Huh.
But like I mean, like I guess that's a in the eye of the beholder, I guess, kind of thing. I mean, because if you really look at it, I mean, like 3DO didn't do well. They didn't have great support, but it had some okay games.
Yeah, I mean it brought Need for Speed and stuff into the world. It played its part to bring games in. It brought Road Rash. If you guys ever played that.
Yeah.
I mean, Road Rash was on Genesis first, but it brought like I want to say like popularity to it. Like it was very. I mean, it came out on PlayStation 2, and those versions were like the ones where it really went mainstream. It really got big. Oh, there's the boss.
I'm gonna draw their fire. I think they've got a sniper all day.
Yes. Just saw the little light. And apparently they got RC car too. I think there's one coming this way. Got him about health already.
Heard one behind me.
Do I have a sniper rifle?
Can I bash her in my shield? I'm going to.
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah! Oh yeah!
Looks like
Killer.
Isaac's back up and running. Nice.
With like three shield bashes.
Got some new intel I want to share with you and Manny.
Nice. I hope she suffered a bit before she finished her off by bashing her with a shield. Yeah, she probably suffered. That kind of hurt. I did not pick any of that. I did not pick up any of that loot. Let me go back.
Back.
Oh, where'd you go?
Done for Espinoza.
I had to grab something.
Yeah. I was wondering why I got all quiet. I thought I disconnected there for a second.
No, I'm
No.
still here. I was just equipping stuff. So back to the bad consoles here. There's an old handheld console called the Gizmondo.
You did good. Let's see your
I've heard of that. Who makes that?
What?
It was a company that did not last very long called Tiger Telematics.
Tiger Telematics.
Not to be confused with Tiger Electronics.
All right.
But they had a lot of... Tiger Electronics had a lot of bad things. The Tiger Electronic game things that had like the... What do you call that kind of style, Mike? Where it's like the image disappears and it's like little black images.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I don't even like pre-LCD screen. I don't know what to call that. I know what you mean. Like it's LCD, but it's like the really old ones that were just black.
Yeah. And you used
and
to
it
get,
would just
you used to get those.
there was only
handheld-
certain shapes that would light up on it and
Yep.
stuff. It was pretty weird.
kind of like a Mr. Game and Watch.
Yeah.
All right, so what's another bad one? Oh, so in the 80s, Hunter, even before I was born, but I
Yeah.
said, I research this stuff all the time because I find it hilarious of the things they used to make. So they used to make VHS players that were games, consoles.
Okay.
So there was one called Worlds of Wonder Action Max.
Agent, thanks to your hard work,
I've not heard of this.
No, I
I
haven't
was
either.
a child of the 80s.
we've restored access to the city's CCTV
It
cameras
is
and updated our maps of DC
Not
and the
good.
situation.
So let me see.
I wonder why you hadn't heard of it, Mike.
The Action Max attempted to create video games with VHS tapes. Users would use the controller, which was a light gun, to shoot at moving targets on screen. If you hit the target, you get points. Aside from
Oh,
that,
I have heard of this.
there wasn't much else you could do. Unsurprisingly, only 5 games were ever released for the Action Max.
White House is coming back to life. Good work.
Another one. You might have heard of this one. This was during the low times of Apple. Apple made a console called the Apple Bandai Pippin.
No, Bandai and Apple made a console together, huh?
Yep. Not unlike Microsoft with the Xbox One, Apple attempted to create a multimedia platform with Pippin. Licensed to third parties, only Bandai ever produced a console for them at $600 in 1996. And poorly marketed, the Pippin struggled to attract game developers, and unsurprisingly, Steve Jobs killed the Pippin platform when he returned to Apple in 1997. So it lasted a year.
Wow.
Here's one that we probably all have heard of, the Philips CDI.
Yeah.
No, actually.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, man. So the Philips CDI came out in 1991, and it was $700. The games that
But
were...
it was
What?
the if I remember this right, a lot of the games were like built around live action.
And animation.
Yeah.
It was like real-time video. And,
Okay.
It had 4 Nintendo games on it. Because they were supposed to do a partnership with CDI to make a CD add-on to the Super Nintendo. Originally supposed to be Sony, but they backstabbed them and went with CDI. It fell through as well, but CDI got the rights to make 4 licensed games. 3 of them were Zelda games, and 1 of them was a Mario game known as Hotel Mario.
What? I never knew there was a Zelda game that was not on Nintendo consoles.
Yep, so the first one was called Link, The Faces of Evil. The second one was called Zelda,
Also, Jimmy, where are you at?
The Wand of Gamelon. I'm at the White House.
Oh, you're already there.
Yeah.
Oh, he jumped.
I fast traveled. The third
You
one was
turkey.
called Zelda's Adventure, and then the Mario game was Hotel Mario, of course, and that was it. These were all extremely, extremely bad Zelda games, and I'm sure Nintendo is already mad at me for mentioning them.
This is slightly off topic, but since you were talking about Nintendo, did you hear that Reggie Filius, or however you pronounce his last name,
Left
that used to
GameStop?
be yeah,
He
that was
there.
wild. Like,
He was there for
and
like
they
a
did
year.
an interview. They did an interview with him, and they were like, "There's no fixing this. I'm leaving." It's like, wow.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
He was saying that about GameStop.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, dude. Holy crap. I had no
Yeah.
idea about that. That's crazy. That's bad when Reggie comes in. It's just like, yeah, you're done. Especially with someone that had so much success with Nintendo.
Yeah.
Group augmentation inactivated.
I'm looking at.
Group augmentation active.
I don't want to go to New York.
Speaking of Nintendo, you were on that, so let's go back to the worst consoles of all time and talk about the
Oh,
Virtual Boy.
Virtual Boy. Yeah, I worked at Toys R Us when that came out, and I got to play it, and I was like, because I was all excited, and when I played, it's like, okay, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen it, Hunter? Like, ever even
Let me
like?
pull a picture. Let me pull up a picture. Hold on.
It was literally
I have
red
heard
lines.
of the Virtual Boy. Hold on.
The screen was nothing but red lines. It was so weird.
Virtual Boy game. There's an emulator. Ooh. We want to emulate it. Oh yeah. I've seen YouTube videos on that.
Yeah. That's one that a lot of people have heard of.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I can recognize the. You guys played TF2? Like Team Fortress 2?
A long time ago, yeah.
The way it looks like a Sentry turret that the engineer would make. The way the little tripod looks. I don't know why. That's just like the first thing that it reminded me of. Yeah, that looks bad.
Oh, it was. Trust me. I got to play it at MagFest, and I could only play it for a little bit because it started.
What is that controller?
It started hurting the eyes real bad. I don't know if it hurt your eyes, Mike, when you played it, but
Yeah.
Black and red. That controller is like an Atari and PlayStation controller fused very badly.
yeah, and it was crazy that it was the same guy on Nintendo that created the Game Boy, and he wanted that to be a portable console. I don't know how.
Bro, this is the future. Just trust me.
I don't know how that was going to be portable.
I mean, don't get me wrong. At the time, it was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But then when you like you said, you played it for a little bit, and you were just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Nah, this isn't gonna work. If you want, you guys can jump to me. I'm at the safe house you got to go to.
Okay. Trying to decide what I want my other skill to be.
Jumping to you. Yeah, another one that a lot of people didn't hear of. I mean, this was in 1977. Was the RCA Studio 2.
It's good news for you. That's really interesting intel here.
Yeah, I already know.
Augmentation activated.
Crickets.
So, at the beginning of the 80s, there was two consoles. There was one called Intellivision and one called ColecoVision.
Yep.
And they were like, you could buy the games and they would play on the other one, but they were never... they were different companies. It was really weird.
Yeah, they used like the same cartridges and like pretty much similar hardware. And then, okay, so if someone did this, it would just be a lawsuit. I can't remember what console it was, but they created an adapter so that they could, I think it was either the ColecoVision or the Intellivision. I don't remember which one. It created an adapter to play Atari 2600 games. And they sold it. Now, nowadays, that would just be a lawsuit to get it off the market, but somehow they got away with it. But it was one of those.
I can remember my uncle had a ColecoVision, and they had controllers to buy for a boxing game that looked like boxing gloves, but they were plastic.
I'm coming to the safe house now, by the way.
That was where I first played Donkey Kong. Was on ColecoVision.
So
and
yeah, I remember the Coleco. I've seen the ColecoVision Donkey Kong. Wasn't that one kind of bad, and the Atari one was good?
I don't know.
I can't.
I thought it was okay. Donkey Kong 2 was killer on ColecoVision, but maybe that was just at the time, because I had never seen it before or whatever. So
yeah. I gotta set up my inventory at the same time. So another one I want to talk about was in. You may have actually heard of this one, Hunter. I'm not. The Sega.
We're hoping.
The Sega 32X.
I like the 32X.
But it was a flop.
Yeah, it was. I had the full size Sega Genesis with the 32X and the Sega CD that was off to the side, so my console was like huge. It was like a small car.
Yeah,
And,
I still have that. My Sega CD is not working right now, though. I gotta take it apart and fix it. But I still have the 32X. The Sega Genesis and the 32X works just fine. Sega CD needs some work. But yeah. It didn't even last a year before they canceled it.
Yeah, that I think is what sunk Sega. I mean, it had good intentions. I guess it was the Saturn that really sunk Sega, or the Dreamcast, one of them.
Yeah.
But the 32X, I can remember there was a Star Wars game for it, and at the time I was like blown away by the way it looked. Let's see if I can remember what that was. It was just called Star Wars. At the time, it was pretty freaking.
The Star Wars, the Star Wars arcade game.
Did you have to like fight an AT-AT in like a snow speeder?
No, this is I don't even know. It's like really graphic Star Wars, but at the time they were pretty stellar graphics.
I think that might have been the Star Wars arcade game.
It is Star Wars arcade. I'm sorry. Arcade is very small on the box. I liked there was a couple of games on the Sega CD that were really like I liked them a lot. There was one and I played it, but I've never been able to figure out the name, and it's the weirdest concept. Like there's a boy who ends up becoming a car.
What?
And like he something happens and him and his car become like merged together, and he can turn into the car when he gets excited.
When he gets excited.
I cannot. Yeah, I know it sounds stupid, but I love the game. So, and then they had a couple other ones with real time video. Like I liked I think it was called Double Trap. It had Corey Haim in it. It was cool. What do we got to do?
Find
Where do we got to go?
I thought that's what I was just doing. Hold on.
What do we got?
Okay. I found the agent's notes.
Final epitaph. Up on my screen for a second. Let's go.
I don't have any. It doesn't tell me what to do.
Yeah, there's not even a mark to.
Do we have to talk to somebody in the safe house?
I think that just if there's nothing up there. I think it just means there's not a marked mission.
In here.
Group augmentation activated.
Well, there's main missions. I can see there's side missions everywhere too, but those might just be mine. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we just got to mark a main mission. And keep going. It's been a while since I played this.
Me too.
So.
Again, especially on PC. Speaking of which, let me finish equipping my stuff, and I'll be good to go.
Yeah, I just finished. Okay.
Thought I had.
I'll try to find another bad console. The Coleco Telstar Arcade. The console was the controller.
Excuse me.
Holy crap, that is weird looking.
Yeah, it's a triangle. One side had
It's got
steering
wood
wheel.
grain on it.
What is it, Coleco?
Coleco
Telstar.
Telstar Arcade.
And then they had a combat edition of it.
Combat edition.
Green. That was green instead of
gosh.
wood color.
Oh wow, yeah, look at that. Imagine
Okay.
when they were making that, and they were like, "Man, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be the next thing. This is gonna be it." People were like, "Nah, it's gonna use a controller."
Then they release it, and even back then, they
Just-
were like, "What in the world is that?"
Like a shame they had like all these different creative. These poor companies, they had all these different creative ideas for consoles, and people were like, "Nah."
We'll say like back when gaming first started coming out on the console and stuff, the controllers and stuff were, I feel like the joysticks and stuff they try to do haptic feedback and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
They don't try to do that. I feel like they're doing that as much anymore. I mean, yeah, the controller vibrates, but they had like steering wheels that were fighting you when you were driving and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really see that kind of stuff anymore.
Right.
Activated.
Not that the steering wheel on the old Telstar looks that great there, but it looks like it's right off a little Tykes car.
Yeah. So I do have... What is the next random chatter here?
I'm just going to whatever you mark. To be honest with you.
Here you go. Now that since we're on consoles, what is a console you are happy you did not buy?
Ooh. I gotta think about that.
I don't know if I'm happy. I never got a DS. I would have liked to have played some of the stuff on it.
But what's one you're happy you didn't buy?
No, I'm trying to think that through.
Think about that.
I wanted a Jaguar and I never got it. I'm kind of happy about that.
Yeah, it's probably for the best that you didn't pick that up.
So what happened with the Jaguar?
Oh, it was terrible.
It didn't last very long either.
Hey,
It was
yeah,
only like 2 or 3 years.
All right,
Yeah.
Hunter, all I have to tell you to do is look up the Jaguar controller.
Okay, hold on. Let me alt tab here. Jaguar controller convertible. Yes. Okay, let me get back to combat because I'm getting shot at, and I'll look back at the controller and give you a good reaction. Oh, okay. So it's a Cisco phone.
Yeah. And the games didn't really run that well on it either. It had some weird architecture.
Wow, that is something.
They marketed it as a 64-bit console. I mean, it technically was. It had 32-bit two different processors. A 32-bit processor for video and a 32-bit processor for audio.
Uh-huh.
So they worked together to make 64-bit, but the actual developing for it was a nightmare. So it was just another console hard to develop for.
I always wanted to try the 3D O, but I never got it either.
The thing was,
Sega Master System.
on the 3DO on paper and capabilities was a good system. It was
And
the way
didn't 2 different companies make the 3DO? Like one made the 3DO,
like-
but like one was like Philips and one was somebody else or something weird like that.
Gold Star, which is what LG used to be called.
Oh, I went down.
Gold Star, Panasonic, and the one you said. And then if you were in Sony, you had different other brands too, like Japan. Sorry, if you were in Japan, Sony made one, I think. I think so. I don't know. Maybe not. But probably. Maybe. It was, like I said, it was the way that they marketed it different than how it's normally marketed. So normally people would sell a console at a loss and then make the money up on games.
Ow.
They sold the console at a profit so that developers could get more money for their games. Like the idea was cool, but it was just too expensive. That guy just blew himself up. Okay.
I don't think I'm anywhere close to you guys.
I guess mine would be...
Oh no, I'm not.
I got a Sega Saturn later on used.
I would have liked to have had one of those because it was actually a cool console, but Sega just went downhill so fast after those were released.
Yeah, I mean, the Saturn did not last long at all. It was another console that was hard to develop for, and I guess they didn't learn from past that if you make a console hard to develop for, it's going to be hard. Like, Sony got lucky with the PS3.
You think they got lucky with the PS3?
Yeah, I mean, like...
They could have knocked themselves out of the market.
Why? Because of what happened where they got compromised?
No,
because
it was hard.
They had to go to a lot of third-party developers to save games.
Oh, did they?
It was hard
because like they couldn't code for it. Sorry, Jimmy, I keep interrupting.
No. You're basically saying what I'm about to say, and then, so it's all good. But yeah, it was just really hard to develop for.
Agent killed.
And
that's probably mine. Is I kind of wanted a PS3, but then I was like, nah.
It was a good console. It was just early on. It was rough.
Jeez.
A lot of games didn't run very well.
Mm-hmm.
Later,
and like ports didn't work very well because of how different it was, and
yeah. So later on, what had happened is a lot of developers started making the game for PS3 first, and then porting it to 360, so that they both would work. Because it was easier to port to 360 than to make the game for 360 and port to PS3. So, and a lot of times, you know, games still came out better on the 360, even when you do it that way. So.
And y'all are having a rough time back there. What's going on? If you want, you can Jimmy. I'm by the entrance.
Oh yeah, I see it. Fast travel. I want to say Saturn, but I don't want to say Saturn because I like the games on it.
Taking the Viewpoint Museum away from True Sons will make it a lot
So I
harder
guess
for them to
the
coordinate
Virtual
their
Boy,
troops
because I remember when that came out.
information. All communications coming in and out of the building will be controlled from the production studio on the top floor. So you'll need to
I kind of wanted it at first because I thought the idea of like putting your head in something was cool.
I've always wanted to play VR games. Like in the 80s, there was a movie called The Lawnmower Man, and ever since then, I've been like, I want to play VR stuff.
Been wanting to play VR for 30, 40 years.
Dude, seriously.
I do too. Yeah. I've gotten to try it a couple times, and I was like, well,
I used to have PSVR, but I'd rather have it on PC.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like when I got to play Alex Past Summer, it was freaking just. That is what I've been waiting for 40 years. Yes.
How do you? Yeah. From a data perspective, or from like a security perspective, how do you guys feel about Facebook acquiring, Oculus recently in the last couple of years?
I think it's a bad idea.
Does it give you the heebie-jeebies?
Yeah, I changed my perspective on wanting to get the Oculus.
Mine too. I was wanting to get VR, and then I realized, we were required by Facebook.
Yeah, because to use it, you have to log into Facebook and everything.
Yeah, and that's where I'm like, wow. That's
I'd be down to get a Vive or an Index.
But they're so expensive.
They are, but there's a lot of technology that goes in them.
Yeah, I know.
Like, they're not cheap to make. Like, they have their own processor in them and everything.
Yeah.
You should do here's some research for you, Jimmy. Look up the headset the VR system Valve wanted to make. And why they settled on the Indexes. The one they wanted to make was like $5,000.
Oh my god. Was it like super legit? Then?
Yeah, it was all self-contained,
Oh
like
my-
wireless. Yeah, like
Was it the one that had the moving thing you walked on?
I don't know. I don't remember that, but I'll be honest. I want one of those.
Yeah. There's a
There's a
VR
company that
headset.
does it on like a FundMe or that looks pretty legit. Like you put something around your waist, and when you walk on it, it can sense it and kind of like lets you walk in the game instead of teleporting. That's got to be cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Behind you, Jimmy. Okay, everywhere around Jimmy, there's guys.
That's me doing this freaking control point by myself with the AI. I've just got stuff everywhere, man. I'm getting shot. While I'm in my inventory. Sir, I don't appreciate your hostility.
Let a brother get a gun.
Would kindly appreciate you stop living.
So for me, probably Virtual Boy. What about you, Hunter? What's the console you're happy you dodged?
I mean, to be honest, considering I only really started working 3 or 4 years ago, and I really only started being able to buy things recently.
Well, you can even do it like,
you know.
like a console your parents didn't even get you. You can
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have as many to choose from as you guys growing up, but I mean, probably the PS3s because mainly I started on. My thing I think is if none of my friends were Xbox people, and I hadn't gotten into Xbox because then I got a PS3, and I thought about getting a PS3 at some point, or that could have been potentially what my second console I really got into was, but I'm glad it wasn't. I guess in a way, I guess that would be mine is a PS3, just between everything that happened with it, and then the security compromise, and just the fact that I enjoyed my experience more on Xbox. Honestly, I feel like that would be mine.
Yeah, I mean that's a reason.
Yep.
No complaints, no disagreements. I got the 360 before I got the PS3 because I didn't want to spend what was it, $600 on a console.
Wow, yeah.
You know, I thought that was ridiculous. I thought Sony went really overboard with how they put that system
Was that how
together.
much it was at the time?
Yeah,
Wow.
they went really overboard with how the system was all put together and everything. You know, the Blu-ray drive was a good idea, and that really hurt the price. They were trying to do the same thing they did with the PS2, where they revolutionized DVD players because it was a cheap
And
player.
honestly, they kind of did it because I mean, Blu-ray's still here and HD DVD went away. So
Yeah, I mean they got lucky.
yeah,
The right strings were pulled.
I had an HD DVD drive for my Xbox.
I remember those.
I was so mad when all of a sudden they were like, "Well, you're gonna have to trade in all your HD DVD games and get Blu-rays." Most of the companies did have some programs happen, but it was still frustrating.
Yeah, I kind of wish that they had Toshiba allowed Blu-ray players to play the HD DVD after that, but they didn't. So, obviously the PS3 wouldn't be able to do it because I think it still was a specific laser that had to read it.
Yeah, it was a red laser.
Yeah.
The Blu-ray is a blue.
Electromagnetic charge.
All right. So the next one that I have down here, what is the most disappointing game you've ever purchased?
Ooh. Let me go look at my game. Let me go look at my games for a second.
This is easy for me. I bought Ride to Hell.
Oh, I've heard that. Oh no, you poor thing.
That game was terrible.
Let me look at my games here for a second.
Wow.
Oh boy.
I mean, as Hunter keeps pointing out, I've got 40 years of games to go through, so that's a lot. Worst game. gosh, so many games in my head right now. My girlfriend said E.T.
E.T.
Did you buy that game?
I actually played it on Atari.
Oh,
and beat it.
I've heard of that. Yeah. Oh man.
There was a. This is going way back, so neither of you probably will know anything about this. But on the original Atari 2600, there was these games called Earth. There was like one called Earth World, one called Fire World, Water World.
It was like the tournament,
and they were all
like
supposed to link together somehow, and we could never figure anything out in those games. It just pissed me off.
Yeah, wasn't it like if you figured it out, you could win a prize or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know those from the Angry Video Game Nerd.
But like games that like everybody else had a problem with, I like what were great. Like I played, like I said, E.T.
Yeah, from what I've seen, the game doesn't look as bad as people make it to be.
Well, people said it was unplayable. I'm like, I beat it 2 or 3 times. My cousin had it, and I went over his house and like picked it up and beat it like the first night I was there. Like it wasn't even like I had to really like work at it. And Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark I got through it. I mean, I don't know.
Was that the one on the Nintendo, or are you talking about the Atari one?
Atari. And there was a lot of PC games.
Yeah. There's been a lot of bad PC games.
Oh, there's
that's a yellow.
Yeah.
I'm not really going to do anything to him. Oh, what is that?
Agent down.
Where you at, Hunter?
Me? I'm upstairs. Hang on. Some guys gotta go bye-bye here real quick. I gotta...
All right,
Whoa.
I'm gonna go to these
Are you
stairs
dead?
here. No, I'm crawling to the stairs over here.
Damn shotgun guy was getting me.
I don't really have any on top, but any I feel like any Call of Duty after Black Ops 2, I was just like, wow, why did I buy this?
Yeah. Halo 5.
Oh, yeah.
It was an okay game. I mean, but it pissed you off because it was so short and like the story wasn't about Master Chief. Like it was, but it wasn't.
Oh, I'm about to die.
I'm trying. There's a lot of people up here.
Yeah, Halo 5 went really fast.
Agent killed.
And there were some where you're just like in the hub area, and that counted as a chapter, and I was like, "What?"
Oh yeah, I heard that.
You know, the multiplayer was pretty fun, and like the gunplay was fun.
Here is the Jimmy.
I'm alive. Oh, you killed everyone?
It just took me a minute. There was 2 yellow guys running around here, so I was
I got killed.
Trying to clean that up.
I was hiding from one, and then another one came up behind me and killed me.
There was a game I used to play called Tiger Heli.
What's that?
It was about a helicopter, and it used to piss me off really bad. It had a tiger painted on it. I don't know.
Let me come to you guys. Where is it?
And I've always got had a fascination with obscure games.
Yeah.
So there's games I'll be like, "Oh, I love this game," and people are like, "I've never even heard of that."
Have you ever played Obscure?
What was it on?
PS2, Xbox, and it's on Steam. There's Obscure and Obscure 2. It's like
Probably not.
It's like a Resident Evil clone. It was fun. It's co-op. Voiceover's bad because it was during that time where, like, you know, they weren't very good. Another one for me is probably...
It handles all communications going in and out of viewpoint. If you reset it, you'll lock out the truth.
I bought the Wheelman.
The Wheelman.
I like the Wheelman.
You like the Wheelman?
I like the Wheelman.
I just...
It was. I mean, it wasn't great, but it, you know, I don't know. You like Driver better? Did you play that one?
Yeah, I like Driver. I like the ones where you can get out of the car, though. I didn't really like San Francisco, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
There was one called Parallel Lines, where it was based in the 70s on the PS2 and original Xbox. I thought that was fun.
Did you? There was one called Interstate 76.
Wasn't that on, like, the PSP or something?
Well, I played it on PC, but
oh, yellow.
They came out with a sequel to it called Interstate 82, and the sequel was bad. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like in Interstate 76, you could like customize the cars really well. There was a lot of different choices and stuff. You could kind of customize the car to the way you wanted to play, and Interstate 82 just didn't have as many options. The graphics weren't as good, if that makes any sense. I mean, like, it was a newer game.
Yeah, that doesn't really make sense.
The story wasn't as good. I don't know.
And it was a driver game?
Yeah. You got out a little bit and had to like run and gun, but it was mostly driving.
I never played that one.
That's good to hear.
I was really into driving games.
Oh, I'm still into driving games.
Yeah, but you like real driving games. I like shooting and sliding around corner driving games.
Well, I like those too. I like the arcade racers and the sim racers. I play it all. You know, I like Twisted Metal. I don't know if you like Twisted Metal.
Yeah, it was okay.
Can't really think of
That's
another
a burrito
one.
right there. Whew.
An entire $5 box into a burrito.
I'm being timed. I don't know where to go. Here we go.
I thought Hunter was like something to us.
I was, but then I had to get this. I was getting the storeroom, but I'm coming now.
Okay.
Let me fast travel. I was clearing out this control point by myself, so I didn't realize where you guys were at. All right, sorry. I'm coming now.
Yeah, okay. Just thought we like walked away from you or something. Here.
No, you guys are fine. I just didn't know where I was going. Are you guys by the main mission level? I thought I saw.
Or in the main mission level, yeah.
Okay. Can't I just walk in?
Probably.
Okay, I'm walking in. Oh, it's a no respawn zone. Let's not die.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I remember doing this one. Yeah.
You gotta turn the things off, I think, right?
They're off.
Oh, you already did it?
I am his.
That's why a lot of enemies weren't spawning in. Oh! No, there they are.
I think Jimmy found the enemy.
Jimmy found the bad guy. Stop moving, Jimmy. Hey, come back to me.
It's all like the door opens slowly, and all of a sudden the yellow guy comes out, another guy comes around the corner.
No!
Oh, this is the guy we're shooting. Oh. Who's this guy? Oh, shield bash him.
What's this yellow guy doing to me? I thought we were
I don't think my
friendly.
shield bashes do anything to it. Oh!
He down.
He down.
There's one more. Oh, there's two more.
Two more yellow guys?
Oh,
Just normal guys.
yeah. But I didn't realize they were all sitting back here. I was like,
True Sons just lost a powerful tool for coordinating
all these guys come from.
routing their horse shit. Once we get the radio mast repaired and operational,
Horse
we'll
shit.
extend the reach of our own broadcast. Agent, you're ready for another skill, I reckon. Come back to the base and we'll set you up. Here's some footage of General
so
Ridgeway for you to take a look
those are
at.
pretty much the questions and ideas. Does anybody have any other news? Anything you want to touch on?
There was something that I saw today. What was it? Like, it's been pretty dry for
Gaming
new-
stuff.
Yeah.
It hasn't
that-
been a good. Been a good year for gaming starting out so far.
Yeah, I mean there's that Sony
Well-
exclusive coming out on the PS5 called Returnal at the end of the month.
Haven't heard of
Yeah, I
it.
saw that.
That one looks
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yep. It's got potential.
Yeah. No one's talking about All Stars anymore. What was it called? I can't even remember what it was called. Destruction All Stars.
Well, I think that's why it got released the way it did, because they were like, maybe this will generate some buzz.
And it didn't.
Think they release games now? Do you think that what they release so many games working now because it gets the games buzz? Then like they know they can fix it, so what they do is they fix it later on as it comes out.
I don't even know if people are still playing it though. I don't see anybody
Oh,
talking.
I just mean like games in general. I feel like
Like, I mean, it's just leaving some muddy footprints everywhere.
I was thinking I was gonna see if you noticed the same thing. We
Yeah.
both did.
I'm leaving muddy footprints.
No, I was.
Oh,
I think Mike and I both were.
Did you jump back, Jimmy, somewhere?
yeah. I jumped back to the.
Tell us or
White
anything, you
House.
know. We can only read your own. We can only read your mind.
Jump back to the White House.
They just, I kind of look at collectibles a little bit. I just think this is kind of neat because I'm a Transformers geek, but
Oh, you are?
they just
I didn't know that.
released a $700 Optimus Prime that transforms itself.
I was just watching a video on that today at lunch. I was just watching a video about that, yeah. And it has like it's voice activated and like $700, but oh my god,
Yeah.
it transforms on its own, and you can use it as like an RC car.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking
Do you s-
sweet.
Do you see the Unicron they just released too recently?
Isn't he like 3 feet tall or something
Yeah.
like that? Ridiculous.
He's like the size. He's like half the size of like a child. He's huge.
Yeah.
But it's like it's a really good collectible. I think it's by I forget who it's by. I don't know if it's by I don't know if it's Studio Series.
I think it's what do they call those now?
Is it-
Hasbro has like the ones where they're like,
Is it War for
if
Cybertron?
enough response, we'll build it.
Hold on. I think it's War for
It's
Cybertron.
almost like a GoFundMe but
Is
at
it?
Hasbro.
Yeah, it's just War for Cybertron. I think. Yeah, it's the War for Cybertron series. Yeah, and it's already out of stock. But I mean, it's so cool because they didn't have like a Unicron toy. Like, I mean, I've seen YouTube videos of like the prototypes. There's like 2 or 3 prototypes back from like the 80s of when they would have made one. But otherwise, you think about it, they didn't really have a Unicron toy up until the Unicron trilogy back in like 2000.
It damn, I was about to say something and it just totally just fell out of my brain. Wow.
I'll have to show you my little collection I've got. I need to start keeping my stuff in a box, but I don't have all the room for that.
Yeah, I actually just boxed up a bunch of my stuff and put it in storage because I had so much stuff everywhere.
Oh yeah, I actually have to show you. My shelves are like full. Jimmy, you still collect Funko Pops?
No, I mean I get some every now and then, but I'm not like collecting them.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like if you collect those, you've got to like go all out.
They cost a lot of money over time, so.
Yeah, just like any other collectible.
Mm-hmm.
But you buy it's like you buy it. They're so cheap, so you buy so many of them. But that's when it really starts to get you, and you don't realize it.
Don't have the crafting station yet. But yeah, what were you gonna say, Mike?
I have no idea. Yeah, I can't remember what was happening or what I was thinking about talking about. But, you know.
Yeah.
It's following the Numb comic around the Division 2 here.
I'm going to follow the Numb comic around as well.
Some hyenas got their hands on a shaved tech cat.
It's got a hat and sunglasses. I don't have anything.
Let's try to think. News. We went through the ones I wrote down. I don't know. What's a game you guys are looking forward to? That's a good question.
GTA 6.
All right, what's a game you're looking forward to?
Far Cry 6.
That's actually going to come out, yeah.
Yeah.
I want the new Lego Star Wars to come out, but I don't think it ever will at this point.
It just got delayed. Yeah.
It keeps getting cyberpunked.
And they literally said now, like, indefinitely. I was really sad.
They said indefinitely?
I wonder what the problem is. Yeah. I wonder, there's got to be some weird issue with it. I wonder if they were trying to put in, like, Mandalorian stuff and something happened. Or
could be. But I didn't. To be fair, I didn't really enjoy the recent ones they put out. So maybe it's for the best. You know, maybe it's for the best that we just have the complete saga, and we just never got the new 3 movies in a Lego game.
It'll come out eventually, probably, but I don't know if it'll be good.
Right? Yeah. That's the thing that sucks.
I mean, now it's starting to enter development hell.
And it's gonna have the Half-Life effect where it's like it's like say they release Half-Life 3, sure, but it's never gonna meet everybody's expectations. It's never gonna be perfect for everybody. I mean, Half-Life
nothing ever is.
Right, exactly. Or like, cause look at what happened with Cyberpunk. I think that's the trend you're seeing too. Is like you're seeing now what happened after Cyberpunk, where everybody was so hype about it and then everybody was so let down. I think I don't know. I feel like that's given like a bad vibe for the entire gaming industry, or like bad juju. I don't know what it is.
And now they put like a sour taste in everybody's mouth against CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, and even though they're a great, development studio from what I've heard, but
they were. I mean, I'm not gonna say I was a huge Witcher fan, but
different opinions.
I'm not gonna say that I'm a huge Witcher fan or anything. Like, I didn't even really play much of it.
I don't think I've ever really played any of their games either, but I've heard they're great.
But yeah, I mean, like as far as a developer goes, they were a good developer. But
right.
It was just Cyberpunk was the first game they made that I was like really interested in.
That just didn't do well.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
I pre-ordered it. It came out, and I was like, "Oh boy."
Wasn't there some rumors going around that Valve was back working on single player games or new games in general?
I feel like that rumor comes up at least once a year.
Yeah.
Kill to play Half-Life 3 or Portal 3. Love both.
Like literally kill.
Oh, not literally. Metaphorically, yes.
Yeah, I was going to say metaphorically speaking.
Yeah. What kind of game do you think it would like? I mean, obviously it would be a single player shooter puzzle type of game, but like, do you think how drastically do you think it would be different? I mean, considering Half-Life 2 came out in 2004, and then like the
I mean, if you look at the difference between Half-Life 2 and Half-Life 1,
There's
the original
not.
Half-Life, how you want? Oh, there is.
I guess.
I mean, graphically speaking, and
Well,
some of the stuff they did, and
I guess I mean more
the
so.
mechanics.
I guess I mean more so. Yeah, mechanics and like how the story would flow. Like, you think they would do like side quests, or do you think they would just do like one continuous story with different levels? You know what I mean?
I think they would.
That's one thing I've always wanted.
Gabe Newell really wants to put out an episodic game.
Yeah.
So I feel like if he ever comes out with it, it'll be like game will be like 6 episodes or something.
Yeah.
Or it'll have seasons, or I mean, like something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like you don't see many games as far as like the mechanics and the way story progress that are like Half-Life nowadays, I feel like. Because it was so simple, but it worked. It worked.
I just thought of a bad game, Jimmy, that I played a long time ago, and I'd have to look it up. I can't remember the name of it. Maybe you've heard of it. It was a PC game, and you signed up for it, and you had to enter in information and stuff like your phone number and stuff, and the game would like text you, call you, and like it was like a mystery game.
That.
Yeah, it didn't last very long because people didn't like getting called at 2 in the morning. Because the game would like randomly call you depending on when you
that was like an
signed up and
augmented
stuff.
reality game back in like what? When did that come out?
Is that like in the 90s?
Yeah, it was in the 90s. PC game.
I wonder if that was like was that like a real person texting you, or was that like a script that ran?
It was a script.
Okay, yeah.
It's called Majestic.
Majestic.
Never heard of it. Was it made by Majestic?
It was. Hold on. Majestic was one of the first alternate reality games. Electronic Arts.
Oh.
The Dmx, ANIM-X is this developer.
Never heard of them.
But it would like text you and call you. It would send you emails.
What was it about? Like, what was the concept?
Like this, you were like a detective, and this lady had gotten like in trouble. Why can I not move all of a sudden? What's going on?
Would it ask you to buy gift cards for?
No, it wouldn't. It was just like,
I know.
you know,
I did.
you would get to a certain point in the game, and like
you're dead too.
all of a sudden it would go, oh well, you know, so and so needs you to stop looking into this, or we're gonna come find you, or you know, it would do what you would get weird calls like that. But I thought it was kind of a cool concept. I don't know, what door am I supposed to be going through here? I missed something.
The one where me and Jimmy just died.
Okay, they came for me, and I killed them, so hang on. I'm coming. Did you guys respawn already?
Yeah, I got respawn.
So what did you finally have to do to
I don't know. They
get it sub
canceled the game before I got to the end of it.
Oh wow.
Like, it didn't last hardly at all.
For understandable reasons.
Yeah. So here, the game was played by phone, email, AOL Instant Messenger, BlackBerry Message, fax, or by visiting special websites.
Fax? Fax?
Yeah, you heard it, man.
No.
Yes, sir.
It's just like 3 a.m. and you've got your fax machine in your room. And it's like, I'd be scared.
Why not Morse code?
Yeah.
Well, not a lot of people understand that, so
Even back
I
in
guess
the
they'd spell like. But yeah, that would be. I thought it had the idea was cool, but it just never really went anywhere.
Might as well get get some use out of it.
Understandably.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I didn't know that one.
Yeah, I think your parents would, or your mom would have loved that if somebody just started calling at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Jimmy, what is
Oh,
this?
it's a game. It's okay.
Who's that on the fax machine? Who's that on the fax machine, son?
Somebody died, Jimmy. Who? What? Who?
I'd wake up in the morning and there'd be messages on my phone, and my wife would be like, "Who called you at 2 o'clock in the morning?" And I'd be like, "Here, it's the game."
The game.
Yeah, the game called me.
The game you just lost.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another bad game that I played. Oh, I played. So when I was growing up, I played this game called Shell Shock Nam 67,
I've heard of that. Sounds familiar.
and I enjoyed it as a kid. It's technically a bad game, but I mean, I had
Technically.
I had fun with it. But surprisingly, and I don't know why somebody would have thought, hey, this would be a good idea, is they made Shell Shock 2. And it came out on the 360 and PS3. And I played it, and it was so bad to me. I tried to like keep going, but I got a serious migraine while playing it, and I just like laid down and was like, I never want to see that game again. So not only was it a bad game, it was like a terrible experience. What's a What's a classified assignment?
Agent? Looks like the truth
That didn't exist when I was playing.
They were like season pass assignments. I looked up worst games of all time, and I play a couple of these. Superman 64.
Oh
so bad.
yeah, oh I played that. My friend had. it.
Let's see here. What else have I done? Some of these I didn't think were that bad. Like they have stuff on here. Sonic the Hedgehog 2006.
Oh, I didn't like that game.
You know, yeah, but it was the worst game of all time.
No, there's plenty of worse games than that, but it's still not a good game. Yeah, it's just so glitchy. And the loading times.
They have No Man's Sky on here.
That's not one of the worst games of all time. Especially now.
I was gonna say now I heard it's great. I mean, when it came out, I've heard it was terrible, but
It wasn't terrible. It just wasn't exactly what it was promoted to be.
yeah, everybody just wanted to bandwagon on it. I never actually played it myself, so
I still had fun with it, you know, so... Mike would hate it. It's one of those, like,
oh yeah.
you know...
It's not. I played it a little bit. It's not
I
quite
can
as
only do so
bad
much
as
of those as
some
well.
of them.
But it's got the resource gathering and stuff.
Yeah, but it's not like it's not. It does, but it's not on. I don't feel like it
Oh, I
was
got
on the
fast
same
travel, you
level
guys.
as like a Skyrim or something like. But maybe it is. Maybe I just didn't get that far into it.
I feel like No Man's Sky would be worse than Skyrim. Well,
Nah. I actually prefer No Man's Sky more than Skyrim. Because I just wasn't a big fan of Skyrim. Oh, here's the entrance.
Oh, Jimmy found it. You go get him, Jimmy.
Ineligible group members. Hunter.
I'm still trying to get over there. Oh, are you
I don't
saying
think you.
He doesn't have
Yeah,
a
I
pass.
Yeah, that's okay.
that's sad.
Wah, wah.
What's something... Oh, that control... You want to take over a control point?
Sure.
Sure.
Get a control point, Jimmy. Get it.
Get on his own. Auto zone. I already did that one that you guys are buying. I don't know if it'll...
It's red. What do you mean you already did it?
I did that one, but I think it'll mean you guys will have to do it again. I'm fast traveling to it now.
He appears and they start shooting at him with crack codes.
Yeah, so let me move before they just start spawning. Because for me, it's green.
No, not that one. The one down below that one.
Is the one I'm by green?
Yeah, it's green.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm coming to you guys now. Actually, I think you're right by me. Yeah.
But yeah.
Nearby echo detected.
There's probably plenty more. I think I have a list here of worst games of all time. Definitely some that I've never heard of. Here's one called Realms of Arcania Blade of Destiny. I don't.
Yeah, just by the name, it's too long.
I'd never heard of it at all. Never. It don't look good.
They don't look good.
Hooters made a game called Hooters Road Trip.
What?
It kind of looked like Cruising USA, but worse.
Mm.
Kind of excited I passed up this game. Actually, this should be one because I like Ninja Gaiden. And there's a game that came out called Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z, and it was absolutely terrible.
Coming out with a like remastered of like there's 3 Ninja Gaidens all in one pack. I can't think. It's like Sigma 2, and something else.
Yeah, and it's Ninja Gaiden 3 something subtitle. I can't remember. I never really played 3 because that was the worst of the bunch of those 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Ninja Gaiden 3. You didn't.
I got Sonic 06 on this one. I got Ash's Cricket 2013. It's a game called Survivor, based on the TV show for PC.
I heard the new Avengers. I don't know. I heard the new. Do you guys ever play the new Avengers game that came out?
Yeah, I played it. It's not that bad. I mean, like it has some issues.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, I never played
when you a game that's like an online service game,
that's another one I think.
Expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played it, so I don't know.
Gotcha. Damn.
Yeah, what else is on here? Never heard of Spogs Racing. Self-defense training camp.
Sounds like an anime.
Yeah, don't look like one. It don't look good. Basement Brawl, I've heard of that. Never played it though. Pac-Man Atari 2600, because it looked nothing like Pac-Man really. Bubsy 3D.
I never even played Bubsy 2D.
Yeah, I played Bubsy 1 and 2 on the Genesis. They were fun. I mean, they were hard, but they were fun for their time.
Ever play a game called Bubble Bobble?
No, I've heard of it though. Oh yeah, the free Toyota Yaris game for Xbox 360. You remember that, Hunter?
No, but
yeah,
sounds pretty funny.
It was on the 360. It was like a promotion for Toyota Yaris.
What the heck?
It looks bad. Eminem's kart racing. That's kind of given. That's going to be bad. Oh yeah, there was a horror game that was all hyped up back in the 360 and PS3 called Amy. That was bad. I played that. I tried to play it. I mean, it was just dumb. The AI was really dumb.
I'm sorry, you lose because you're dumb.
I can't loot it. Why can't I loot it? Oh, there we go. Oh wait,
I was looting it, so it was like, no,
I gotta.
you're not
wait.
allowed.
Like, huh?
And Hunter
No.
just pushed me out of the way to get his own.
Yeah, bro, give me my stuff, bro.
I just loot all. There's nothing special in there. Yeah, Amy was bad. Oh yeah, there's I mean, this wasn't in the U.S. It was a PS2 game called Little Britain, the video game.
Little Britain.
Laser Shoot Larry box office bust.
So it seems
Oh
like
man,
if
they
they
got
sound bad,
BMX Triple X on here. I love that game.
You did?
That's where I heard the song Lap Dance. I love that game.
I used to have it on GameCube. Batman Dark Tomorrow is a terrible Batman game. I think that's on the Xbox. The original Xbox. The Guy game.
the guy game.
Jesse used to have that.
There's a game called Cat Fight. It's like a fighting game with women. Mortal Kombat Advance. The Mortal Kombat on Game Boy Advance. What else do we have here? Ride to Hell Retribution. The game I bought.
What were like your thoughts before you bought that game?
I don't
Like,
know.
what was going through your head?
It was like a biker game, so I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't look it up, so...
I would like to be a badass biker.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Fugitive Hunter. That was a terrible game. Custer's Revenge.
I've heard that.
Superman The New Adventures, a.k.a. Superman 64. And the worst game on the list deserves that spot. Big Rigs Over the Road Racing.
Over the roads and through the hills, literally.
Yeah, you know it then.
I've seen that. I know I've seen that one on plenty of YouTube videos.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, those are the worst games.
Where are we headed to now?
Games coming out in April. Let's talk about this real quick. So, Oddworld Soulstorm.
I've heard good things about it.
A new sequel to the 1998's Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. That came out the 6th of April. The Star Wars Republic Commando remaster.
Oh,
I think it already came out. Yeah.
Came out
I didn't know about that.
April 6th on PS4 and Nintendo Switch.
It's only on the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I kind of wanted it on Steam or something.
So, did they remaster like the graphics and everything?
It's like cleaner.
Supposedly.
Supposed to be.
Higher resolution and stuff like that.
But they didn't like completely redo it.
No, it's not like new textures or anything. It's just
Right.
it looks better because it's cleaner and more fleshed out.
Okay.
It's not bad looking or anything. It looks
Yeah, I'll
better
have
than
to
the
check it out.
original.
Yeah.
MLB The Show 21 comes out April 20th.
And that they're putting that on both I think Game Pass and PlayStation Store, getting that right off the bat. If I read that right the other day.
I don't know.
On Nintendo.
Apparently Microsoft is writing some big checks right now.
Yeah. It's coming to Game Pass day one. So, and this is the first, I mean, it's developed by Sony still. And this is the first one that's going to all consoles. It's a third-party title developed by Sony. MotoGP 21. I play MotoGP, so that's pretty cool. That comes out April 22nd. And Returnal comes out April 30th. That's that PS5 exclusive that I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first Sony exclusive game to release on the console, which doesn't have a cater for the less powerful PS4, so it's not coming out on PS4. Let me see. There's got to be more coming out. Obviously, Outriders came out April 1st.
Mm-hmm.
A upgraded version of Judgment, which is like the Yakuza game. It's made by Sega. That coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S on April 23rd. All right, Jesus Christ, this title's too long.
Say it anyways.
Say the whole thing perfectly.
Near Replicant version 1.224744871139. It's coming to it's coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC on April 23rd.
All right.
All right, Jimmy, that's just too long.
The new Pokemon Snap's coming out on Nintendo Switch April 30th.
Too long.
I know a lot of people are
Pokemon
excited.
Snap's too long.
One letter, too long.
Did you hear about they're coming out with an augmented reality Pikmin that's like Pokemon Go, but it's Pikmin?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Is it like a game? Is it like a game that you have to put the Switch in the box or something?
No, I think it's a phone game. Like you go around with your phone and it like you turn and it shows like stuff and you send out your Pikmin to get it and you get like points and more Pikmin based on more in the environment around you. Like I said, it's like Pokemon Go.
That's interesting.
I was kind of hoping for Pikmin 4.
Yeah.
I got Pikmin 3 on the Switch and I beat it in like 2 days. I was very like, not like, it was a good game. It was just very, very short.
Yeah, I mean, I like Pikmin. It's an interesting game. Pikmin 3 is definitely fun to play. Maybe they'll put Pikmin 1 and 2 on Switch.
Speaking of games they need to remaster, where are the freaking Metroid Primes on the Switch?
Dude, I don't know. I'm still
Like,
waiting for
even if
them
they
to
don't come
drop.
out with 4, like, why do we not have remastered versions of 2 and 1, 2, and 3?
I mean, I think that they're still coming out because they changed developers and restarted the game, and they gave it to the developers that made the first 3. So that was something I was like happy to hear. At first, I wasn't sure about who they chose. I think they chose like Namco or Bandai Namco or something. I can't remember.
But Jimmy, you're our news source. You have to know.
I just can't remember what was the original developer on that. I'll have to look that up real quick, but I'm getting shot at the moment on a game I can't pause.
RCX
Incoming hostiles detected.
Did you already blow the gun already?
What?
Somebody hit the gun?
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't never see one here.
No, the flare gun.
Oh, yeah.
The next. I was waiting for my timer to go off on my.
Oh yeah, no, I already hit it.
Hunter's like, I'm ready.
I'm ready. This one doesn't have a minigun at least, which is a blessing and a curse, I guess.
I took down a yellow. Hey.
That's what Jimmy do.
That's what I do. I come to your game and I take down the yellow for you.
Aye, aye.
Here, let me.
Supply room access
Who was?
unlocked. Hostile broadcast picked up.
I gotta find out who the original developer was. I originally said, yeah, it was Bandai Namco, so I was right. Bandai Namco, which seemed kind of weird. Don't really know Bandai Namco for making first-person shooters.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Japanese studio.
That's crazy, Jimmy.
There's a Shade Tech cache sitting in the lab at the basement of the VA's headquarters building.
I hate when you pick a,
Huh? What?
I hate when you pick up a gun and it's good, but it's like it's got a problem. Like, I like rifles in the game. I just picked one up that's really good damage, but it's only got 5 rounds in the mag.
Is it a sniper rifle?
No, it's a rifle. It's a assault rifle, but it's not automatic. It's
like a DMR.
Semi-automatic.
Yeah.
Marksman rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there might be more games coming out in May. Unless if COVID's pushing them all back. Oh, there's a Forza game coming out on mobile. May 5th.
There is a deer there.
It can't be a good game.
Oh, no, that came out. Never mind, that's 2020. That already came out.
Jimmy.
Let me see.
What are you doing, Jimmy?
Silly goose.
What do we have here? What do we... I know, I messed up. Alright, here we go. Oh, here's some more Aprils, too. Scarlet Hood and the Wicked Wood. April 8th.
Sounds like a porno.
I know.
Okay, so you said it and I didn't. Glad I wasn't the only one.
Borderlands 3 Director's Cut comes out April 8th on all consoles, including next gen.
Forgot Borderlands 3 came out. I know, it's been a while, but...
Mass Maker, which is a VR game, comes out on PC and PSVR on April 20th. I don't know, it might be something you might like, Mike.
Mass Maker?
Yeah, Mass Maker. I don't know what it is.
Mass Maker, hold the M. Sorry. I'm sorry. What is it? What's it about?
I don't know.
Which one do you want to know about, Hunter?
I want to know.
Or is it the actual game?
I want to know about Mass Maker.
Let's see. What's coming out in May? Oh, yeah. Resident Evil Village, a.k.a. Resident Evil 8, is coming out May 7th. That's something I'm looking forward to. Hood, Outlaws, and Legends. I was kind of looking forward to that if it was like an over-the-shoulder kind of style, but it's like top-down. And I'm sorry, most of the time, top-down, unless I'm playing with my friends or something, kind of throws me off. Like, I'm not a big Diablo fan.
Aren't they coming out with like a remastered Diablo 2 and you can pull your users from the original?
Yeah.
So you don't have to like start all the way over.
Yeah, I played that with James. So I mean, it was fun playing with friends, but I wouldn't play by myself. Subnautica is coming out on May 14th for the Switch.
Oh wow, nice.
That's already out on all the other consoles.
Yeah.
Subnautica Below Zero finally comes out. I think it's in early access.
So it's just Subnautica, but below zero.
Yeah, it's like in a different area.
Yeah, kind of like it's still like the same game, but it's like how Spider-Man came out.
Yeah, so
or the new Spider-Man.
This one I'm definitely gonna get the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Comes out May 14th. That includes Mass Effect 1 that's been remade with the Mass Effect 2 engine.
Uh-huh.
So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty much just getting it for the Mass Effect 1 remake.
Yeah.
The Wild at Heart for Xbox One and PC, May 20th. I don't know what that is. Deathloop.
That just got bumped to September.
Okay, never mind. It's not coming out May 21st then. Metopia It's a Mii game, I guess, that's coming out for the Switch.
Yeah.
May 21st. Rust is finally hitting consoles on May 21st. PS4 and Xbox One. Knockout City, which is pretty cool. I've been keeping tabs on that one, but I did miss the open beta. It's for the PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. It's made by EA. It's kind of like a battle game. It's a dodgeball game, but it's kind of like a battle arena game. But you throw dodgeballs at each other. And it's pretty cool.
Would like to throw dodgeballs at people.
I know. Biomutants finally coming out May 25th. It's the one where you're playing like the little cat guy.
Yeah.
Maneater is hitting the Switch. The game that you play is the legendary bull shark that changes into the Megalodon. Comes out May 25th. It's already out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I recommend that one. That one was really fun. It was a PS Plus game a little bit ago. A couple months ago.
I think I downloaded and it was a PS Plus game.
Yeah, it's fun.
No.
The Oddworld collection is coming to the Switch on May 27th. Oddworld is a fun game, so people on the Nintendo get to play it. Roots of Pacha coming out May 28th on PC. Never heard of it. World's End Club coming out on Switch May 28th. Fallen Knight for PC comes out May 31st. King of the Seas comes out on all the consoles and PC. May to be announced. Sometime in May. We got June here. The Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood expansion comes to PC and Stadia on June 1st. Monster Harvest.
Have either of you tried Stadia?
I have not. Have you?
No, I was kind of curious. I've just heard weird stories about lag and
Yeah,
I'm sure stuff.
You're streaming your games and you don't even own them when you buy them. So I have like no interest in that.
Yeah.
A game called Monster Harvest coming to PS4 and Xbox One June 3rd. Tour de France 2021 June 3rd on everything except for the Switch. Not coming to the Switch. That's just like the bicycle game, you know, the big Tour de France race.
Do you have, can you steroid?
What?
Can you steroid up for the game?
That was a joke on what's his name, right? Can't remember.
No, apparently it's like pretty rampant in the whole sport.
Oh, I didn't know. I know there was one guy that got caught and he was pretty famous.
Lance Armstrong. Yeah.
Chivalry 2 comes out June 8th on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PS4, PS5, and PC. I've played the first Chivalry and that was pretty fun. I think that'd probably be a game you'd like, Hunter.
What is it?
Chivalry 2.
Yeah, I've heard of it, yeah.
Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood comes out on June 8th for the consoles, while on PC and Stadia it comes out June 1st. Elder Scrolls Online on June 8th is getting its port to PS5 and Xbox Series X. Obviously, it can already be played if you have the PS4 and Xbox One version, but it's getting the graphical and frame rate boost on June 8th. Ninja Gaiden Master Edition, that's what you were just talking about, Mike. That comes out June 10th for the Switch. The Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade comes out June 10th for the PS5 exclusively. Guilty Gear Strive, which is a fighting game, comes out on PS5, PS4, PC June 11th. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, which I'm excited for, comes out June 11th exclusively for the PS5. Legend of Mana is coming out on PS4, Switch, and PC June 24th. Here's a game me and Cassie are excited for. Mario Golf Super Rush. We've kind of been waiting for another Mario Golf to come out. That comes out June 25th for the Switch. Scarlet Nexus. That sounds familiar, but I don't know what it is. Comes out June 25th. What?
Isn't that the follow-up to the... What's the game they showed for Xbox Series X when it was first coming out. The one with the girl screaming, and I can't think what the name of the game is. It's like Hell something or something. I don't know.
Oh
Never
no,
mind.
not Hellblade.
I thought that was the next one of those or something.
No, Scarlet Nexus comes out on everything, and it is I don't know. I don't know. What's this? Oh, it's an anime type game. Yeah, there's like flowers and stuff as enemies.
That's weird. Okay. Okay, I took over another one.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD comes out July 6th. July 16th for the Switch.
You guys thinking about picking that up?
Yeah, I'm probably going to pick it up. I like Skyward Sword.
I remember playing it. I remember I beat it, but I cannot remember much about the game past that. Like, I remember Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time, and I mean Majora's Mask, but I cannot remember that one to save my life. I remember it was up in the sky. That was about all I can remember.
There's some games coming out here. Days Gone for PCs coming out spring 2021. Genshin Impact is hitting the PS5 spring 2021. That's like the free Breath of the Wild ripoff. Made by a Chinese developer. Flight Simulator will be hitting the Xbox Series X and S summer 2021. Fall Guys is finally coming to the Xbox One and Switch in summer 2021. The Outer Wilds, which I've heard a lot of people praise, is coming out on the Switch in summer 2021. The Man-Eater DLC called Man-Eater Truth Quest is coming out summer 2021 for the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, and Xbox One, and Xbox Series S. Fracked, summer 2021. It's a PSVR game. Never heard of that one. Death's Door, summer 2021. After the Fall, another PSVR game for summer 2021. Halo Infinite supposedly is coming out fall 2021 for PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. Battlefield 6 holiday 2021, so probably like Christmas time. Xbox Series X, PC, and PS5. GTA 5 is coming out late 2021 for the PS5 and Xbox Series X.
Oh boy, I can't wait to buy it again.
GTA Online is coming out sometime third quarter or fourth quarter of 2021 for PS5 and Xbox Series X. New Call of Duty, which is unnamed, obviously comes out, around holiday time.
It's like, what? What? They could easily do Cold War and Modern Warfare as a service and make way more money off of it with way less work, but okay.
I don't know. Diablo 2 Resurrected, which is the remake of Diablo 2, comes out sometime in 2021 for PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. Rainbow Six Parasite is coming out in 2021. Far Cry 6 is coming out 2021, but does not have a date.
Hunter's upset.
I figured. I mean, I'm excited for it, yeah, but I kind of had a
They
feeling.
were advertising it with all the new consoles.
Exactly. But after, I don't know, man, after Cyberpunk, I'm like, look, I expect everything to just be delayed or...
Yeah. Scorn, that really weird game Microsoft showed off during one of the series promotions, coming to the Series X in 2021. Let's see, something here. for PC VR, on PC, a game called I Expect You to Die 2. It's coming out sometime in 2021. Riders Republic. That's one that I'm probably going to get. It's like kind of like Downhill Jam on the PS2 if you've ever played that. It's coming out in 2021. Horizon Forbidden West, which is the sequel, comes out in 2021 for the PS5. I think it comes out for the PS4 as well. Supposedly they say God of War Ragnarok is coming out in 2021, but I think that's going to get delayed.
Yeah, I believe it when I see it. Though they have been working on it for a while, but I'm sure they're trying to optimize it for the PS5. So
yeah.
And if all the stories I heard were true about the first one just being like this loose pile of levels that they threw together.
Yeah, and then they put them all together and it worked. New Warhammer 40,000's coming out. Song of Iron comes out 2021 for the Xbox. Art of Rally is finally coming to the Xbox 2021. Gran Turismo 7 2022. There you go. Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga comes out. No year dated. It's just coming out as an Xbox and PC exclusive. Breath of the Wild 2, no year dated. Nintendo Switch. State of Decay 3, Forza Motorsport 8. Those are not dated. Lego Star Wars.
I think we've reached the end of my time, guys.
No, me too. I'm just trying to get to the end of these games. I'm almost there.
50 games later.
Yeah, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga is like Mike said. There's no date.
Dev hell.
Yeah, it's in development hell. Elden Ring is still to be dated. Elder Scrolls 6 to be dated. Starfield to be dated. Indiana Jones, which is coming out on the Xbox, is to be dated.
Holy crap.
Final Fantasy 16. I was kind of unimpressed with that trailer. Fable is to be dated. Bioshock 4 to be dated. Beyond Good and Evil to be dated. Avowed to be dated. And The Sims 5 to be dated. So I just wanted to go over some games there that were coming out. I thought it'd be kind of cool.
I think you hit all of them, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Got them all.
Got to get them all, man. But yeah, that's probably it. We're already timed at almost 2.5 hours for this podcast.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think you might have to trim her down a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. This is the podcast. Fart noise. The grown-up gamers, as we talk about games, all grown up, and we play them, and we try to talk about them while we play them, and it can be quite difficult sometimes because we die.
And then you die again.
Well, yeah.
Like I said, I just think, what would Jimmy do, and how would Hunter do it?
Yeah, I'd say when we continue next week, I'd say we could play the Division 2 again.
Yeah.
I'm having
I enjoy going back and playing it.
Yeah. So I made it to level 11.
Yeah, I was gonna say me too.
So
I'm trying to get you there.
You're getting us there.
So that was definitely something. That was yeah, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So tune in next week for the next episode of Grown Up Gamers.
You'll have to find out what it's going to be because we don't even know yet.
Yeah, we got to put it together.
I mean, that way it's a bigger surprise.
Yeah. Not even the creators know what it is.
That's how we keep you on your feet.
Exactly. exactly.